If you're not fast enough with your Blade Fury, you could easily just get pinned, get hexed down, Earth Spike impaled, or at least, you know, Spear of Mars afterward, and it's really easy to just lose grip there. Of course, you could cookie and spin as well.
That they are. Enryu is going to cop a fair bit of damage here in your dream. He might go for a chase, and he's one more right click, and he does get a Polison. He'll be there in time. In your dream, he'll pop the Fairy Fire and just keep going down. Hustler, he's going to try and Fairy Fire up himself, but no, in your dream. Understands how far he can push the jug and does secure another kill for the side of NGX. Palos, he's going to get chased down now. Palos, he'll go for a turnaround. Eventually, joekam will be able to run away, but you can kind of see, even once you land that Cinderbrew Fade Bolt combination, it's just nowhere near enough to actually deal with Palos' mid lane. Jamesy ends up picking up a solo kill without committing the Laguna Blade. And yeah, I suppose for Jamesy, there's just no reason to move right now as the laner. Like, you don't really have the greatest rotations to make. Still top lane, Palos gonna be in danger. Still level 5, so does not have the battle trance, and now Polison comes in with the cookie. Palos, he's gonna try and fight this one out. Fairy Fire has been eaten with the living armor. He might just make it, but no, joekam. He's got the Fade Bolt. That'll be more than enough to take down Palos.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle. I think mainly because naturally with Nature's Grasp, you want to hit a tree. I don't think Abeng's been able to do that in lane too often. They are gonna scuffle though.
They are going to try for that power rune. Haste is picked up by the tree, and Jamesy has been dived though. Makoto, he's there. Cookie, not going to fly out quite yet. In fact, it was already thrown out, but a big Earth Spike. Hustler, they've already got the leader down, but they might find a great trade for themselves. As Makoto does end up dropping, and now Abeng just going to chase down Polison. They'll find another kill as now Mizu. He'll join the fray, and will eventually be able to pick off the tree protector. As tips are flying around from both ends.
Whereas for a troll, Battle Trance is a lower cooldown. It's easier to use. You do have more ways to kind of flex out up front, and they will kind of rotate here with Hustler.
Yeah, big smoke up. At least down to the bot lane right now. In your dream, gonna try and spin away. Hustler does eventually get the hex off, and well, they burst down the jug. Can NGX find a trade?
You have to keep throwing bodies forward for the towers. You cannot slow siege up against treants. So you have to fully commit to take the objective. They take the big one.
Jamesy,
buy space in Dreamhole.
This is not what you want to see if you're OB Neon right now. Jamesy getting caught out on that laner after such a great start. And now Hustler, he's going to try and turn this one around, but there's a spear out. It's just not going to mean enough as you haven't got the backup damage. And now Hustler, he's going to drop as the Mortimer's Kisses come in from Polison.
It's having a high impact for Mikado. He's just utilizing it a lot better on the Void Spirit, and he finds another. He finds a regen, so he's going to be fresh up on mana, although.
Yeah, mid lane, who have they found? Well, it's going to be Makoto. Hex is out. They've got the Earth Spike, but do they have the damage? It doesn't seem like it. Dissimulate is going to be there, but no, the finger. Hustler from a mile away, and now the arena catches out joekam. Really just great play from OB Neon.
But for the troll, your answer is still only really Mizu with that Cyclone and Split Form, and he's not going to have that up every single time until the Ags refreshes up, which is still a long way, you know, with that Midas build. So I think you have to kind of worry about how much Palos is getting.
Another nice setup here. They've got the Snapfire, and Polison should just end up dropping, but now Makoto going to come in after Hustler and just try to go for a pos 5 trade, and they'll get it. joekam, nice spear there on the backside of Hustler, does manage to at least get something for their time. Still a very even game, but over in the bot side, Mizu going to chase down Abeng, but here comes Palos to try and intercept an Abeng. He's going to survive through this. In fact, Mizu, he's the one in danger, and the Laguna comes through. Jamesy picks up another kill. The Makoto, apparently just all across the map, does at least get something for his team.
You know, they do manage to drop a forward triangle ward. They can play around this area a bit better.
Your main concern for NGX is still Palos. He's still been freely farming up this whole time. Now a full 1k net worth ahead, although now, as I say that, they found him. Primal Split is there. Polison, he'll go down across the map, but it won't matter if you found Palos. He will get the battle trance, though, just in the nick of time, but they cyclone him right up into the air, and Abeng, he's coming to try and help, but he's just going to be another kill, it looks like, as Palos. He will eventually drop down. They do at least get joekam, but is it really worth? Abeng be chased down by Mizu. In fact, Hustler, he'll jump in for a nice hex off, but Makoto, he's going to be there. Aether Remnant goes off the mark. He will not catch Jamesy. Instead, jumping back in on the Hustler in your dream. He's dropping very low on the jump, but he gets the Omni off in time. Can they kill him off, Jamesy? He's going to try, but he can't do it. Oh, Kami-sama comes in from the side. And he ends up getting them a triple kill on the side of NGX. It's going to be very challenging to be able to get anything off without the BKBs available. At the very least, they've got the troll BKB, but it's all too late. They've lost the Aegis in your dream. He'll be able to take it.
And I think they're going to need a couple of Ghost Scepters on supports just so they don't get bursted down by the Jug down the line.
Oh, Jamesy and Hustler moving in. They have found Mizu and Ryu going to be there with the arena, but no, the jump in. Makoto's there, and how did the spear push him out?
What?
How did he get out of the arena?
The cookie!
Oh, the cookie! Probably going to drop here, Makoto. He might be able to just find him. But never mind, he'll give up. The cookie once again. In fact, never mind, Makoto. He's found his target. There you go. There's a tree to go down. Like, it seemed like Mizu was doing high jump. The Olympics are in Dota now.
Yeah, it was so weird. It's either... Oh wait, hold that.
Yeah, hold that indeed. Silences around Makoto. He's got a three-man. Jamesy and Palos. They're going to pop the BKBs, but now the Omni Slash right through them. Split up, boys. You can't both take it. In your dream, he is not going to get latched onto a tree. He's still trying to run the hills around. Can he get out of this? He's still got the Aegis up anyway. But they've got the first life. Joe Cam right in with the finger. They'll go in after the troll, but it's not enough. He gets the battle trance off, and now he's back in on Makoto with the overgrowth. It's going to be enough to take him down. They'll try for the Rubik. Battle trance is there, but it's not going to matter as Joe Cam will drop. But they do at least get In Your Dream out of there. Meanwhile, in the back, it looks like Enryu was trying to catch out.
But it's not going to be as bad as without the stat resist, and I think that's really important for the troll here. Do you see... Again, Jamesy building up. Silver Edge almost up. That's a big spike for Luna and Wolf in your dream.
Well, they have found the jug, and with Lacuna and Finger up, you're going to have plenty of damage. And Joe Cam. Well, maybe this is the setup. Makoto's going to jump in onto Hustler, but Joe Cam's down. I'm not sure how worthwhile this trade is. Hustler, he'll survive, and now the Mortimer's Kisses, though. They're going to come in and finish off the line. In fact, they may have even found a second. Jamesy, no, the Aether Remnant is off the mark, so Makoto, he can't follow up. Paulison, he's going to back off, but Beng now going to be targeted here by Mizu, and might eventually drop and does. But a few misplays here, I feel like, from the side of NGX and OB Neon. Pings are out, they're going to spot out Makoto on the Void Spirit, but can they get in range and actually land a stun here onto the Void? Instead, they're going to move into the triangle. There's a much bigger target in your dream. He's going to try, but no, the Hex is out in time. He will not be able to get the spin off. Joe Cam, he didn't get the lift off either. Spear, though, is not going to land in time. In your dream, he's going to be able to spin out of the arena. Joe Cam, he does drop it for the greater good as in your dream. He's on the run, and the buybacks are there as now Makoto. He's going to jump back in. Omni slashes out. Jamesy, he's in a bit of trouble. He'll survive, but not for long. They'll end up getting the kill. Lift up onto the high ground, but it's still not enough. Palos able to finish off the job. In fact, now Makoto, he's going to be in danger. Step charge in a second, though. Might be enough to get him out, but he gets bashed up. Root is there now as well. How unlucky can Makoto get? Well, looks like he will be able to break the gap. There's Mizu. He's going to keep trying to fight out Makoto. He's back in onto a Beng. Gets another kill for the team. A Beng, he's going to commit the buyback as now Aether Remnant is our Palos. Laguna's there from our Rubik, but he is still alive and still fighting. Or maybe not Makoto. He gets it with the Astral Step. Great kiting from the Void Spirit. And now the Aether Remnant set up for another triple kill here for Makoto. And it's a very prolonged team fight here from the Void Spirit, John, but you saw how well he kited out. In fact, they found another Beng he just brought back. And he was showing right into the mid lane underneath an Observer Ward. And he's going to get punished for it.
But they kill off all the bigger cores on Neon. They're building up on Mikado. He's starting to become very scary on that Void Spirit with his BKB, although.
Yeah, well, what's even scarier, John, Mizu's got the refresher orb up now, and he's just literally popping the primal split to be able to take the tier 3 tower for free. In the meantime, mid lane, Makoto, he's going to end up dropping. Paulison, he does drop quite low, but he is still alive enough to get the cookie stun off, and Jamesy is going to be forced to retreat now, so he cannot continue this fight. In the meantime, Mizu, he is still ratting the top lane. Primal split out again. He might just have this. A Lotus Orb probably not really going to help him out. They'll bring the Lina in. Jamesy, he'll get stunned up. Mizu, he's still going. And he finds he finds the melee barracks. He finds everything he could have asked for, and he's just going to walk out. I'm sure OB Neon realize right now they are behind in net worth, and they'd probably rather not force a fight if they don't have to. Meanwhile, NGX grouped up in the mid lane, might pop a smoke or maybe just go for the kill. Palos, Earthspike's gonna be there. They've got the Cinderbrew, they've got the lift up into the cookie. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink, but Palos, he's not dead yet. Does he get the battle trance off in time? In fact, never mind, he won't even need to. Palos, he is still alive and just walks out of there. Enryu is gonna try and run, but he will be the sacrificial lamb. It looks like it's Makoto. He's jumping right into the back lines, onto a bang, and they'll find another. And that should open up Roshan. I don't know if you noticed, John, during TI 10, it felt like before every Roshan double damage was spawning up. Every time.
They've got the Rax advantage in one lane. They've got Aegis. They can kind of just work this map out well and choke out OB Neon slowly.
Oh, drums pop. They are rushing towards that top lane. OB Neon, they've forgotten someone behind. Palos, he's going to get silenced up in the 8th Remnant. It's right on the mark. They've got the lift up, but it's not enough. Oh, maybe it might be Palos. Force the BKB up. Battle Trance is there in time. Arena down as well, but can they catch anyone? Omni Slash flying right through the side of OB Neon. They have so much damage on the side of NGX, and they've already bursted down the troll. As well as Enryu on the Mars, and well, it's not looking great for the side of OB Neon, as now the overgrowth is there. Jokam, he has stolen everything, including this game 1, away from the side of OB Neon. As now NGX, they will rush down through the top lane, and GG's called. They've seen enough. It was a pretty even game, I feel like, from OB Neon here in this game 1, John, but in the end, NGX, they do manage to take over.
Yeah, they just managed to have patience. For a while, it looked like OB Neon had a control early game. I'd lean towards NGX. I think they have a lot of ways of protecting their PL. There's not a lot of answers from OB Neon to lock in that PL. And In Your Dream is already set up for it. He's got the magic stick. He has some flash regen on hand. He is having to play under his tower, and his initial farm's not going to be amazing, but it's not the worst lane to play with.
Eventually, we'll back off, but even with the Elder Titan changes, John, you can see how powerful it really is. Especially if you do manage to get 2 heroes in that Astral Spirit. It's very hard to work with, but Palos is going to get caught out. Stomp is there, but it's not going to be enough. Mizu will be chased down by a Bang, but I'd say that is probably the right decision here from Enryu, just to go back to that after level 1 axes. In Your Dream, not having the greatest time at the moment. 28 and 2 on the PL, definitely a pretty big struggle. In fact, mid lane now, Makoto gonna get caught by the cookie. Hustler's there, and
yeah, I think it's been a tougher lane to manage for In Your Dream, just having to deal with Boris, you know, having his support rotate out. There is going to be a smoke rotation, no, Mikado and Jokam looking for a kill.
Now they're gonna find the target they don't really want to go after, but they'll have to settle. Hookie's there, a Bang, he's still alive, but not for long. Makoto able to pick up his first kill of the game on the Ember. In fact, they may have to give a kill away though, as Jokam gets killed out by the ensnare of the Dark Troll Summoner. You just end up popping the Roar for a free kill for himself.
It's not the biggest kill to get in the end. Support trades across the board. Roar, not the biggest spell to toss out. You know, it's a fairly low cooldown, so if you find a kill, that's good. They're lining up mid though.
But they are. Wall to be dropped. Jamesy, he's going to try and fight back. Stomp is there. Cookie forward, back in onto the Darkseer. Mizu, he'll get the vacuum, but it won't be enough to let him get out. But a big ink swell. Hustler's gone, and now they'll find another. So you lose Mizu, but you get 2 kills into the supports. That helm of the Overlord timing gets ever so close now from Enryu. And once you hit that timing for OB Neon, it's going to be a pretty big issue here for NGX. As Makoto is going to try and rush forward onto the Elder Titan. Nice juke on the Astral Stomp. But in the end, Makoto is going to be able to get him. Nightmare out as well. Onto Enryu, but they won't try to follow up onto the Beastmaster. Enryu, he does actually have the Roar up. He might just commit it here. They even have the Ensnare available, but no, they can't get anything off in time. Makoto, he'll be just fine to back himself out. In the meantime, though, mid lane, Jamesy does eventually end up getting dropped here by Mizu. That's just been trying to throw everything at the man, but he continues to just slide a fist dodge them and remnant away every single time. However, mid-tier 1 tower can't do the same, and in fact, bot lane, Palos ends up getting caught out on the Morphling. So you lost your mid-tier 1 tower, but you find the carry trade.
You know, one Morphling, that's not too bad, but they have to protect Palos going forward. If they do get a good jump here onto In Your Dream, this could be big.
Could be difficult though. He's got Max Doppel, but no, they've got the Dragon Tail right in time. In Your Dream, he's still going to step away and eventually might actually make it out. He's just running. Jamesy, no stun available. Cookie's going to be there though. They do save at least one stun. However, towards the top lane, looks like they will find out the Beastmaster. So Enryu, who is actually going to try and go for a kill himself, just with the creeps available, with the vacuums there, and Enryu eventually will drop. Paulison is able to survive.
Any early sort of pipes to mitigate that damage? They don't have any BKBs yet early on, so the burn damage the Iron Shell is going to be doing is pretty significant. We'll stay that way.
Nice setup again here from Paulison onto Enryu. Shotgun's going to be there to at least get a trade, but it won't matter. They're just doing such a great job of slowing down this helmet. The overall timing is now Makoto is going to be chased down, but Palos can't actually get the kill. In fact, now the Inkswell lands. He does have the strength morph. He's just going to be very careful with the Agi morph as Makoto is still juking and jiving with the sleight of fist. Mizu's going to make his way in. They won't quite find the Morphling, but they do at least get the Elder Titan. Jamesy, though, didn't have the blink up, so can't make his way in to initiate. And look at Mizu. He's still sticking around here. Mizu drops the wall onto Palos, just being a bit of a nuisance here. And eventually he's just going to run away. Enryu, he's going to try and back Dragon Tail's there, but now the Soulbind with the double silence of Makoto. He's going to come right in with the Inkswell. He's found the Beastmaster, and they should have Hustler. They're just dancing around them, John.
So we'll see if
we want to try and force a fight. I mean, I think they kind of have to take this fight. They're going to try getting the vision with the illusions. Roshan falling quite low now. Makoto, he always has the still opportunity, but has to remnant away early as now the Soulbind will hold 2 down. Jokam, oh, the kisses should be more than enough. But now Mizu, he's jumped in for a vacuum and they've got the stuns off. A bang, he's going to try and run, but the Fiend's Grip is going to hold Jamesy down. They've got the Elder Titan gone. Roar on the side though, Enryu. He'll try to go after Mizu, but he's going to be just fine with the Nightmare save, and now the chase down. He'll try for the TP, but they have the normal punch. Just a really great team fight there from NGX.
And it goes back to that slight nerf, right? Like there's a cast point of 0 to 0.1. It doesn't matter for Makoto.
And they'll blow up Paulison, but his only objective was to really get vision and just make sure that they could not make their way into that Roshan pit. OB Neon, well, we talked about that timing with the Beastmaster, with the DK, and now that you've missed that, you're kind of heavily just reliant on Palos to be able to carry you through this game. In fact, nice chains out. He does end up finding Makoto with the shotgun. He does get the kill. And I suppose Palos, he can still confidently try to carry this game, but
whereas your control and your damage to deal with the PL is still not amazing. You have decent AoE with the Beastmaster, though.
Yeah, normal punch into Fiend's Grip, and well, Mizu, he's getting tips and he deserves them. It's a great initiation just with the normal punch alone.
Yeah, I mean, props to Mizu though, Mike. Like, he's been doing this throughout the entire game, right? Like, he AFK farm bot, and then as soon as he has a couple of items, he just shows up and makes all the work on the map. And they even spot out Abing here.
Yeah, nice observable placement to get the vision for the Nightmare, but it will cost the life of Paulison to try and go after this Elder Titan. Soulbind's out, Makoto, he'll get the job done, but now Enryu's going to move in. They just can't keep track of him. Jamesy, he has the stun, but he can't get the blink off. Meanwhile, on the backside, Mizu, he's come in along with In Your Dream, but they'll have the stuns out. In Your Dream still wants to try and force the fight onto Hustler. They'll at least get the Snapfire onto the north. Jamesy, he does kill off Jokam. That'll be about it. In fact, normal punch again in from Mizu. Gets another nice initiation off, and Jamesy, he pops the BKB. Oh no, it's just not great news. Shotgun's there at least from Palos, and he found the right target. But it's going to be the Aegis down. And that'll be about it.
Sacrificing the sports to find bigger kills. It looked pretty good for the DK when he had that double damage rune. It's just once it fades, the damage issue was apparent outside of Palos just blowing people up. Not much left in Makoto. He's not done.
No, he's not. Enryu, he's just been targeted this whole game, and he'll be targeted once again. Makoto just doing great work on this Ember. You saw Makoto rushing over to the mid lane as well, John, hoping that he'd get there in time for the Fiend's Grip to come out. The top lane in your dream could be in danger. That's a great stun initiation. James, he's got the right target, but no. The cookie is not going to be there to follow up. They've still got the scatter blast and the shotgun, but the doppelganger is there. And now the vacuum and the war from Mizu. Grabbing all 4 heroes, but do they have the follow-up damage? Palos, he'll BKB TP out. He'll be just fine. Hustler will do the same. He'll get out as well. And it looks like that should be enough, though maybe not Mizu. He gets a bang down on the Auto Titan. Now the remnants forward. Makoto once more, and he found Enryu once again. In fact, have they found another? Mizu is still chasing down Jamesy.
Radiant's top tower is
Surge out on Makoto. Jamesy, he's trying to farm the creep wave, but the remnants aren't there from Makoto. He won't have enough mana for chains. In fact, never mind, he does now, but he's low on mana and HP. Feeds grip out. They've got Palos.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a perfect initiation there from Paulson. And Jamesy, he can do nothing. He stuns Jokan, but what's that gonna do? I suppose they at least get the kill. That'll be about it. A great Manta dodge there from In Your Dream, and even the Earth Spitter does not land there from our Auto Titan.
And it looks like NGX doesn't care. Just onto the high ground.
They are. I think In Your Dream just has this kind of permanent resetting ability now with the Heart of Tarask. Jump in, scatter blast. Oh, that's a great Manta dodge from In Your Dream. And Hustler just gets bursted down. It's the second time he's done one of those Manta dodges in the last minute and a half. So they jump in again. Dragon Tail's there, but where's your follow-up? Non-existent.
Man, this
Is In Your Dream, he'll just keep going.
and this PL is just near impossible to handle though.
Another stun out, shotgun. No, it's not going to be there in time. He is just fine as now the Fiend's grips out onto 2 targets. They've got Paulson down, they've got Enryu gone, and they'll just dive them into the tier 4 towers now. There's no buybacks left. Palos, he'll commit his last one, but Hustler's going right back to the graveyard. And it's going to be a 5v1 scenario as Mizu's just jumped in onto the fountain. Look at the damage output. Palos going right back to the Shadowlands. They just burst him down. It might be time to call it. In fact, it is time to call. I mean, you just gave In Your Dream a fountain rampage, John. That's problematic.
Godlike rampage in the fountain. Top rack's gonna be taken. I can see why OB Neon's holding on. Tier 2 still stand, but there you go. They call it. NGX off to a really strong start for the roster. You know, they've switched out Alacrity. There's some confusion as to whether Jokam would play or X-Freedom would come in. It looks like we've got Jokam, at least for now. And it's shaping up well. And you mentioned it at the start, but we've seen Galaxy Racer really grow